Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to Wrath of the Lich King Classic and our Troll Shaman's Joyous Journey. Thank you guys for clicking on the video and joining me here today. I do appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. If you are in the States, happy holiday. If you are celebrating the Memorial Day weekend. Today, we're going to start with going after some Shadow Maw Panthers. I believe these are the ones that hang out in stealth. Oh, we could also do this. We could go after the Ogres. So let's do Ogres, Shadow Maw Panthers, and then we could swing up to the north along the river, get our crocolisk skins, and then end up at Tumbled crystals. That sounds like a pretty darn good plan. Let's see if we can actually put it into effect. We want Wind Fury weapon. Water shield. Pull everything in sight, and then we're good to go. Ward Ablaze. I don't like that. Sorry, we gained a level and a half doing the Scarlet Monastery Armory. And we have to remember that we do have the axe to equip at level 37. This ward needs to go. Let's do this. Somebody mentioned, hey, it looks pretty empty. I'm surprised how empty it is. Are you on a low population server, or what's the deal? I am on the highest population horde PvE server in the US realms, which is Mancrick. High pop server, 98% horde, and biggest PvE horde server in the US cluster. And there's 27 people here leveling up right now. In our level range. And so it's not that I'm on a low pop server, it's not that I'm on an alliance server playing Horde, it's that not as many people are leveling up in Wrath of the Lich King Classic as they are over in Vanilla Era. That's just the God's honest truth. Joyous Journeys notwithstanding, so many more people are playing Classic Era. And that's like, pick your flavor of Classic Era. You're either playing hardcore, or you're playing on the Mancrick or Pagel clusters, Horde Alliance, on just the normal Classic Era servers. And the great thing about those Classic Era servers is that they're clustered. So when you're on, like, Pagel or you're on Mancrick, you're seeing players from other realms too. And so the world always feels busy. It's really great. It is really great. It's a great time to play Classic Era. If you're not playing Classic Era, I mean, I question how you're spending your time. I have fun in Wrath of the Lich King, I do. But if I had limited time and I had to pick, if I had to choose between them, I'd have to choose Classic Era. Okay, at first there were a lot of ogres up, and then people came. And the ogres died. And the ogres, they didn't respawn really quickly. We could go along the river for a minute and hunt some crocolisks, that would be okay. Ultimately then what happens is that we miss the respawns over here. But those respawns don't seem to be forthcoming. Healing up would probably be good. You know, not walking around with 1/3 of our HP would probably be better. I was kind of hoping that, similar to some of the Yeti skinning quests, that we could maybe get the item by skinning them and not just looting them, but that doesn't really seem to be the case. You would think if it's crocolisk skin and we skin them, that we could potentially get the item. I chuckle to myself every time I see like 3 or 4 crits pop onto the screen all at once. I just think to myself, how is this class not incredibly overpowered? Even if that overpowered moment is random, I always think about like what would happen to somebody in PvP if they just got lit up by 4 crits off of those Wind Fury procs. I'm not even sure exactly all that's procking. I know part of it is Wind Fury weapon, but I think that the other part might be also Wind Fury Totem. And man, when we proc, especially with a 2-hander, now I know the eventual build here is going to be, you know, go dual wield. And somebody said I want a slow weapon in each hand. Thank you for that. And yeah, but I imagine, man, what if you were like a level, what are we? What if you were like a level 39 twink? You stop right before you get dual wield, you know, and you run around with a 2-hander. When those crits go off, they just crush you. I'm curious to see what those crits feel like when you're dual wielding. They won't be as big, I wouldn't think, you know, but maybe they'll happen more often because we're swinging more. Looks like we have some respawns over at the Ogre camp, so we'll go check that out. And by respawns I meant a respawn. A single respawn. Not plural, singular. Hello there. Now the difficult thing about this quest is that we can't find these guys anywhere else, I don't believe. You know, we don't have any other options here. We are going to want to get a heal off here. Let's do a big one. And another heal. Oh, we're still in combat with a totem. A cleverly placed, partially hidden totem. This guy here is going to reset. Let's kind of keep an eye on him. Maybe we can get him on the... Well, he just vanished. That could have been just view distance. Here he comes. Let's follow him back and give him a moment to settle in. I think he's going to park right up here. Oh, there he is. Let's take a moment to drink. We don't need to drink very much, you know. Every once in a great while. But not very often. That being said, we probably do want to grab a little bit... Well, no, we don't want sweet nectar. We want the level 35 stuff. So that is already outdated. That's how little we drink, is that we don't even use, like, the half stacks that I buy. this is an area that could use some classic era hyper spawns. Because at most it spawns like 12 guys, and you know, we need that for the quest. That being said, we could group up. We could group up. Guys, we're in a group. I forgot we can group up. I figured it out, guys. I figured it out. We don't have to run around and fight for all these tags. We can group up. What an amazing ability to be able to do. We are almost done with this one. We need one more. And after that, we will go after the Shadow Maw Panthers. You're a witch doctor. We don't need you, but I'm gonna kill you anyway. It is kind of a long time to wait for a single enemy. When people say the world looks empty, it's like not only are there not a lot of players, but there aren't a lot of enemies. Yeah, it keeps spawning in witch doctors because obviously it knows that that's not what we need. Another witch doctor, what a surprise! Well, at least we completed one of the quests we were working on. That's awesome. So that one's done. We can scratch one off. I'd love to get this last guy and then we can move on. The game does not seem to want to spawn any of them back in. It's strange. Here we go. Look at that. Now I gotta go, because I cannot stay here and help him, because that is going to take forever. I do appreciate the assistance. So we're looking for Shadow Maw Panthers. The thing about them is that they hang out in stealth most of the time. So, yeah. Let's leash this guy, I hope. There we go. Yeah, they're all hanging out in stealth. It's going to be kind of a challenge to find them. They like to hang out by trees. From the look of all the bodies scattered about the jungle floor, someone has just gone through here and killed basically every single one of them. There have been many Stranglethorn visits where I don't do this quest, where Panther Mastery stops at the normal ones, because the ones in stealth have always been really, really hard to find for me. I don't tend to have a lot of luck with it. And the other problem with this quest is ultimately you end up fighting more of the tigers than you do the panthers, because in an attempt to find the panthers, you know, everything's guarded by tigers. Like right here, there could be a panther here. There's a panther here somewhere, but we have to deal with a tiger. And we're just lucky that we don't have to deal with them both at the same time, I guess. Maybe I am going to skip this quest for now. I historically hate this quest. I am not feeling any different about it right now today. And I think I'm going to be absolutely fine. I'm going to come up here. Maybe we'll even have more luck up there. That's another area where we could find the panthers. So, yeah, I don't like having to run around finding guys in stealth. It's not fun. I don't appreciate it. I'm staring at the stupid little markers on Questie till my eyes go cross. That's not even helping, and I hate myself for doing it. So yeah, I think it's time to skedaddle. Oh, here we go, see? We'll kill the ones we come across while traveling, and then inevitably we'll take account of how many we have and what kind of effort level might be involved in getting the rest, because I don't want to focus this right now. That is not what I want to do. Well, there's Bagthera, which we would need after this one. I think this would be the last Panther quest, and then we'd get the Bagthera quest. So it's funny that that one's easier to find than like any of the ones that are in stealth, because for whatever reason it doesn't have stealth. It just kind of walks around out in the open. You can see that somebody's expertly been through here. They've been killing everything. Which, on the one hand, is okay with me, because it means we're stockpiling medium and heavy leather, which we're selling for like 6 to 8 gold on the auction house on our bank alt. So, what is this? Have I ever walked across this before? I feel like no. Oh, hi there. Hello, how are you? Not a good time to be taking a screenshot when we're being attacked by a level 42 mob. Here, swing on that totem for a little bit. And we will aggro every single cat in the forest until we're clear of you. This will be the time when we pull like 8 Shadow Maw Panthers. When we're fleeing from a level 42 Ogre. So here they are. No, that was wishful thinking. We're not going to find any. Let's come down here and we'll go after the Tumbled crystals. This will be an actually realistic objective that we can see, visualize, and purposefully go after. Which is always good. I might have bit off a little bit more than we could chew. This might be a big L for us. You know, then again, we might be okay. Thanks to Wind Shear on like a 6-second cooldown, we're gonna be fine. I probably could have been interrupting more throughout that entire fight, and not just towards the end. Somehow we're still alive. I don't really know how, but it's the power of Wrath. It's the power of the Lich King. Playing hardcore, you just get used to every mistake killing you, right? We don't have Wind Fury weapon up, that's gonna suck. probably be a good idea to get some mana back now. You guys see how we're just deleting these at-level enemies, right? It's not just like that it's happening with green enemies, it's happening with yellow enemies too. Sometimes we're hitting them so many times successively for so many crits that they're just gone. I don't really know that any other class has a chance to do that in quite that way. Where, it's random, but the randomness is so powerful. Look at that, that's insane. The crits are insane, and I feel like the crits are going to get more intense. Because we're going to keep getting more powerful, so... I mean, what's going to happen eventually is we're going to be critting everything in the first 2 swings, and it's going to just drop. That's what it feels like, especially when we get Storm Strike. I'll say that so far, it's the class that's keeping me here. It's the class that is super fun, and it's what is keeping me here playing this playthrough. Because I actually really, really love the Enhancement Shaman. So there's that. That's something to think about. I mean, the gameplay and stuff, like when you go from playing vanilla era and especially playing hardcore, when there's no stakes in it, I don't want to sound like cheesy or corny or stupid, but you feel just kind of empty. The combat feels kind of empty when there really aren't a lot of stakes. Obviously, you don't want to die, but the other problem is it's not only that you don't feel that there are stakes, because even if you're just playing it like just normal classic era, you don't want to die, so you pull more carefully, right? In Wrath, you don't have to pull carefully. You've seen us get into situations where I've been like, oh, that's a death, and then it's not a death. You just fight through it. It's fine. You know, there isn't a big punishment for making mistakes like that, especially if you have just a little bit of skill with the class. You can fight your way out of basically any bad situation, unless you pull like 4 or 5 guys, and then you might die. But I feel like by Northrend, we'll probably be able to pull 4 or 5 guys, you know, and we'll be fine. I feel like on the Paladin, we almost approached that. I'm fighting these guys just for the crystals, right? Yeah, I don't think we're working our way up to the top of this or anything. But this guy is not interested for some reason in helping out his buddy. I don't really know why. Maybe the totems. Yeah, the totems will convince him. I'm just standing here not auto-attacking. Yeah, just fine. Just stand there, dummy. It doesn't really matter, you know, we're not gonna die here. I can throw out a really, really fast heal. And that keeps us afloat. We have a chest over here. I don't really need to fight my way up the rig, so I'm just not going to. We'll come back down here and fight the guys on the ground. Okay, that's 8 out of 8. Where to next? Let's head back over to the little panther area. I'll try one more time to kind of run through here and see if we can find any. The person who was farming them is probably gone, but that doesn't mean that 3 people have not replaced them. And it's the tigers. I don't know why I'm averse to fighting the tigers. You know, if this were classic era, I'd be all about grinding on them and just killing everything. But it's Wrath, so I'm all about the objectives. And we're not even close to where we need to be. Yeah, because like I said, I mean, I'm here for the class and with the hope of getting to Northrend, seeing those quests, but ultimately, when we're talking about Wrath of the Lich King right now, I'm in it for the raids. I love the raid on this character. And it's just that hope and the fun of the class that keep me here. I'm super glad that this Alliance Dwarf is just hanging out with a Stealth Panther and that it completely ignores him, because of course it would. Why would it attack him? It's just an aggressive level 37 Panther. He's level 60, so yeah, if we're going by the in-game rules, maybe it would ignore him. I don't think it would stand inside of him like that and ignore him, so that's kind of jarring. You know, it's perfect for immersion. I think NPCs should just club to death any aggressive enemies that get too close to them. It shouldn't necessarily be much of a fight. It shouldn't be that the enemies could ever kill them. But they should just kill the enemies, because it doesn't make sense for aggressive enemies to be hanging out next to, like, actual NPCs. You know what I mean? He's here somewhere. And there we go, guys. We're actually going to get to complete this one. I did it. I had the patience. We completed the quest. It wasn't that bad. Son of a biscuit. Okay, let's head back to the hunter camp, shall we? We will get that turned in over there. That should give us the quest to go hunt the named one, which we can go check on him. We had seen him pathing around randomly. Will we find him when we need him? No, probably not. But we will try. Other than that, we have, you know, the remaining necklaces for the Bloody Bone necklaces. We could work on that a little bit. It's nearer to the hunter's camp than back there is going to be. Eventually, we're going to have troll quests to do over here. Everything else is getting a little bit outside of our level range. I think we're just going to make the swim here. I was kind of heading down to the bridge, didn't really angle us the right way. And now I think we're doing the swim. If we bite it here, I don't have any Ankh. Because, you know, I'm a professional shaman player, obviously. Professional shaman players, we don't need Ankh because we're so good that we never die. Oh, somebody already had the idea to annihilate this entire place, so we're just like 3 seconds too late. Let's go turn this in and then we can go farm the trolls. One of you guys asked me, like, where's chain lightning? Where's this? Where's that? We're not using chain lightning because we're enhancement. So, and maybe in retail, you use chain lightning as part of your rotation because you're getting procs and shit. And you probably use lightning bolt as well when you're getting procs and you're pulling AoE groups. So we're not using chain lightning, you know, either soloing or in dungeons because we are enhancement. So we're going to deal a lot more damage when we're just swinging on stuff, when we're using our shock spells. And there isn't really any reason for us to be using chain lightning. You know, we could use lightning bolt to pull, but I like to run in because I'm melee and that's kind of how I like to play, so. It's not that we didn't train them, it's just that I'm not using them.
Go with honor, friend, for the Alliance.
So there we go, we got the follow-up for Bang of Bagnon. Now that's level 40, we can probably wait on that a little bit. Let's go finish up with the trolls. Shrunken heads we can get back there, that's all we're getting back there is shrunken heads. I really don't feel like going back there right now. So we're gonna stay out here and work on the other trolls. Maybe we come down to the beach here. Realizing once again we don't have a totem bar today because for some reason we can never turn the game on and just have our user interface work even though I'm not using mods or anything. Okay, now we're good. We need Sindal as well. Sindal is another named cat that we also need, that we just haven't had. We saw them once when we did not have the quest, and we haven't seen them since. So, kind of unfortunate, but, you know, to be expected. And there we go, we are done with Bloody Bone necklaces. Let's go check on Sindal again. Maybe we hang out there for a minute. I would love to get that one done. If we see anybody else also hanging out, we will remember that we can invite them to a group. Probably could have done that before. Well, you know, the last time we saw somebody hanging out, though, they were humans, so we could not have invited them to the group. Alright, so I don't see her up here. Let's fight some of the tigers nearby just for something to do. I also realized that we did hit level 37. So we have a talent point to spend also. I think we just go to the third point here in Weapon Mastery. Increases the damage you deal with all weapons by 10%. Yes, please. And then maybe we go into Unleashed Rage next. Increasing expertise and attack power for a 12% max. Could be good. Oh, hi there. Hello. How are you? I just ran right into her. Didn't see her at all. I don't know if she just spawned there or had really awesome camouflage. Or what exactly was the deal. But we got her. Let's go turn this one in, then we'll hearth back to Gromgol, and we'll turn everything in down there.
Need help? See you around. Have a good one.
Sunk.
Hello, man. Okie dokie. Later.
And the rest go to Booty Bay, so let's jump on a flight point here.
Glory to the home. For the home.
And after we turn all this in, it might be a good time to go back to around the Highlands and finish up some lower level stuff there. And then when we come back, the Panther Mastery, Raptor Mastery will probably be yellow if we're like level 38, 39. We can work on, we'll have Shrunken Heads, that'll be a little bit of a lower level. There's also another Troll Kill quest. And maybe it happens after we get the Shrunken Heads. It takes place over here in this undiscovered area. We also have the fins, we have tablets, tablet shard. So yeah, still a lot of stuff to do here in Stranglethorn, but I feel like we can get a little change of scenery for a little while by going back into the Arathi Highlands. Any other places that we should be jumping between right around now? Not really. I already said that I wasn't going to do stuff in the Desolace, so I think we'll be okay keeping on as we are. The problem I have trouble conceptualizing is what do we do after Stranglethorn? So we hit level 40. Where do we go? Where do we go? We've got stuff going on. Is this the Badlands? We can do some stuff. I think this is the Badlands, right? Yeah, the Badlands. How would we get to the Badlands on Horde side? I have no idea. We'd run... From where? From the Highlands. So we'd run from the Arathi Highlands to the wetlands. Through Lochmadon into the Badlands. That'd be the only way we could do it. But we could do it. Conversely, we could run north from Stranglethorn through Duskwood, Deadwind Pass, and into Swamp of Sorrows. That could be like level 40 territory. There's not a ton of stuff to do here, but there is some stuff to do, especially Horde side. We have a little camp here that has a shaman trainer at it, of all things. That's interesting.
What's up? Hurry back! Glad I could help.
Blood Scalp Ears, Hostile Takeover.
Glad I could help.
Splinter, Skull Splitter Tusk is one of the troll quests that I'm talking about. There we go. Much higher level.
Hey, how you doing? Have a good one. Be good.
Sorry about that, guys. Apparently I was muted there. At least I didn't end the video thinking I'd done a proper outro. So yeah, what we'll do is next time we'll go back into the Arathi Highlands, we'll clean up a few things there, and that will maybe get us to level 39, and we can come back here at that point in time. We could do some stuff in the Swamp of Sorrows around level 40. Apparently there's lots of stuff that we can do in lots of places that we could be, so let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear from you. And thank you for being here, and for the support on this one. I really do appreciate you guys showing up for it. It does mean the world to me. So take care of yourselves out there, and take care of each other. And we will see you back here again very soon. Bye for now.